Got to say, I agree with all that from Michael Irvin. All right.
They've had a great week. You know what I've been doing prior to the show to warm up for the show? I've been sneaking in, getting autographs from all the people that came over. It's crazy.
Oh, have you? All right. Add to your collection. That's Cari. I'm David. It's Coast to Coast here on SportsCenter.
Yeah. All right, so the general consensus is that they did not do well. First Take, Stephen A. Smith joining us now. First off, you guys had a huge week, a lot of great guests. Opening week at the NBA, you made everything feel special here in LA. So I knew one of the storylines was that the Warriors would just not be the favorites, and I think everyone agrees with that. But after what you saw last night, do you even feel that they can even be competitive in the West?
Well, I think it's going to be a struggle for them because I think they're undermanned. We just have to understand and manage our expectations. There is no KD, and there is no Klay Thompson. If Klay Thompson was there and healthy, that would not have gone down that way. I'm not saying they would have won the game, but it would have been highly more competitive. This is Steph Curry. He's a one-man show offensively. D'Angelo Russell can do some things, but he's not the guy that Klay Thompson is. Combine that with the fact that you're the reigning 5-time defending Western Conference champions, okay? The last 5 years you've gone to the NBA Finals. You have any idea how everybody gets up for you now? This is their moment to get back at you for all the stuff you've been doing to them for the last 5 years. And then last but not least, who did they go up against?
Right.
They went up against the Clippers, who I believe should be the favorite. Now, I got the Lakers winning the chip now.
So do I.
Okay, but let me tell you something right now. The Clippers are a better team. They're a deeper team. They're exceptionally well coached. They're tenacious defensively. And they've got a superstar in Kawhi Leonard who has announced to the world, I am here. This is LA. This is my town now. And I dare anybody to try and do something about it. And Paul George hasn't even played yet. I said all of that without Paul George having even played. So understand who the Golden State Warriors were going up against last night. Understanding that's an elite team. Everybody can't do that to them.
Okay.
So don't get too caught up in what happened to them last night because everyone is not the Clippers.
All right, game 1 of 82, manage expectations. Clippers are good. Let's just take a minute to breathe here. Stephen A. hanging out with us. So basically, Russell says chill. It's not a big deal.
He's absolutely right.
Okay, so I'm saying you agree with him.
They're very, very tight. They're brothers. They've loved each other for years. They're former teammates with one another. Shoot, people argue a difference of opinion sometimes about something. It's absolutely no big deal. He's absolutely right in what he's saying, and I don't blame him if he gets annoyed if that question continues to be asked.
Well, that's going to be the question they're going to ask Stephen A. because the big deal is, or the narrative has been, how well can they play together? That's the storyline in the offseason. After what you saw last night, do you think that they can be cohesive?
I got news for you. I was excited by what I saw last night. Let's be very, very clear. First of all, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, is a freak. He is phenomenal, no question. But let's look at what we saw from the Houston Rockets. You really, really think that James Harden's going to shoot 2 for 13? You really think the guy that averaged 36 last year, that people have speculated might average 40 this year? Oh, by the way, you think Eric Gordon is going to go 0 for 7 in the second half on 3-point shots and shoot like 4 for 19 for the game with those wide open shots that they were getting? No, that's not going to happen. And why did those open shots happen? Because Russell Westbrook pushes the ball up the floor. This is the most athletic point guard ever in the history of basketball. The speed that he has with the basketball in his hand, that one play that you saw him early in the game when he fed it to the left corner to Eric Gordon. Remember, he grabbed the rebound. The Greek freak is chasing him. And then he goes into, just like a locomotive, races up court and throws it to the Eric Gordon in the corner. Why? Because the defense collapsed on him because he was going towards the basket. And you have to contend with Russell Westbrook when he's going at the basket because he's a high-end athlete. He could finish at the perimeter. So he kicks it out to open shooters. James Harden, Eric Gordon, and if Russell Westbrook can manage to shoot just 33% from three-point range instead of the 29 he's been shooting the last couple of years, I got news for you. Houston is a team to be reckoned with. I'm very excited about what I saw from them last night because that is an aberration. I depend on James Harden dropping 25 in his sleep. I ain't worried about what I saw from him last night. It means nothing.
And also their relationship is tight. You don't want everybody to read into it.
Very tight. They're boys.
Okay,
they're boys. That's how boys talk.
All right. So I got to tell everybody, make sure you tune into SportsCenter with Stephen A. every Wednesday, 7 Eastern. You see just a taste, and you'll get more of that, 7 Eastern on Wednesdays. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
But they know.
They know. The Astros fired assistant GM Brandon Taubman Thursday after admitting his comments where he praised the acquisition of Roberto Osuna were directed at a female reporter. Osuna served a 75-game suspension last year for violating MLB's domestic violence policy, during which he was traded to Houston. The Astros originally backed their employees' claim that a Sports Illustrated report was, quote, misleading, but subsequent interviews revealed the story was in fact true. General Manager Jeff Luhnow addressed the situation yesterday. So A-Rod has called him the next generation defining superstar, and today, well, that superstar turns 21. Happy birthday, Juan Soto. So at this young age, he has nothing but respect for some of the greats in baseball. Soto homered in his World Series debut in Game 1. He also stole a base in that very same game, making him the youngest player at age 20 to do both in postseason history. And if the Nationals win Game 3 tonight, he will be able to legally celebrate with a raised glass. But he's arguably been the most valuable player in this series. Let's see why. Oh, the struggle is real. Warriors fans all over struggling. PTI's Michael Wilbon joining us. He was at last night's game. So, Michael, this is a two-part question for you. We know the Clippers are who we thought they would be, right, in terms of how great they are defensively and offensively. But what you saw last night, what did you take away from that game on both sides in terms of the Clippers and Golden State?
Well, it was impossible not to hear Steve Kerr post-game and just sort of nod when he talked about the new reality of their situation with all these guys, whatever it is, 9 guys under 23, 23 or under. This is the new reality for the Golden State Warriors. It's not just like, okay, and you know what the reality also already was? We're not getting Clay back in, March 1st and have some great, march through the playoffs. That wasn't going to happen. But Cari, to me, last night, I know they opened a new arena.
Sure.
You want to see what Steph was going to do, blah, 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 blah. This continues to be about the Los Angeles Clippers. I know you don't really want to hear that, but the Clippers look nuclear at times. It's 2 games, and you have to preface everything by saying,
It's two
games. I know you particularly want me to preface.
Yeah.
But you also sat there last night going, oh, my God. We all do.
No, in fact, I went to the Twitter to say L.A. is still a Lakers town because I was so bitter.
Listen, okay, it may be a Laker town, but that trophy may belong to somebody else.
All right, okay, so now that you bring that up, my friend, let's talk about the Lakers, shall we? Tonight they play Utah. You'll be at the game.
I will.
Tell me what, in fact, you expect to see or what needs to be seen so they can rebound from that bad showing of Game 1.
I don't think they need to rebound from it, and I don't think they need to rebound from it quickly. They need to know this is a struggle. It's a grind. It's going to take some time. I think one of the things I want to see is more movement out of the Lakers. It was just sort of stagnant. I mean, I don't know that they're some incredible half-court team in the tradition of the 1980s, just because they have LeBron and Anthony Davis, who we know can play any style, then any style needs to be quicker. And they got to get the ball to Anthony Davis on the move. And I understand he's longer than some defenders he plays against, and not everybody's the Clippers, like you said. But they've got to get some movement in that offense that we did not see in Game 1.
It was very stagnant. I heard Stephen A. say the other day that he felt like LeBron could have had a better showing in terms of his energy and that he was a little lackluster. Agree or disagree, and why?
I told Stephen A. this. I don't think that's important at all. Not now. I mean, if we see that 15 or 18 games from now, then we can make that judgment. I don't want to treat this like an NFL season where, we see something on Sunday and overreact on Monday. LeBron's going to be fine. Anthony Davis is going to be fine in the context of just the 2 of them. Right. What else? Are they getting enough shooting? Are they having some help at the point guard position? I do agree with Stephen A. on this. Rondo is going to help them when he's in there whenever he gets back.
Got to move the ball, put Rondo in.
You look worried, Cari.
Well, because I'll just be coaching tonight if they need me. Mike Wilbon, he has a show called PTI, which is pretty amazing. He'll be at the Lakers game tonight, and hopefully we have a good showing. I'm talking about Lakers fans. Thank you so much, Michael Wilbon.
Thanks, Cari.
David, I'm such a fan.
Yes, you. Boston College, Clemson. There, now you can talk. You get the last 6 seconds.
Sooner. Number 1, by far. I'm glad everyone's safe, though.
Yes.
Never not funny.
You be safe. We'll see you Monday.